Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest, just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for the stream to start. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yes, it's late, we'll be starting soon. In this digital world we croon for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Patience is a virtue, so they say, but this wait screen's making you sway to a tune only time can keep. As you watch, half awake, half asleep. Oh, the seconds tick, but the fun's on hold. The wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Wait screen's tale is getting old. But just hang tight, don't click away. The show will start, come what may. Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest. Just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for Grim to start. Oh my, yes, it's wait screen, we'll be starting late. In this digital world that we create for the content we've yet to see. On a wait screen, stuck in reverie. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's a wait screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest. Don't you worry, soon it will commence. Right now you're here at my expense. Just a teaser, a colorful jest. It's always screen, you know the rest. Staring at the screen, the colors spin. Just a wait screen, where do I begin? This isn't a show, it's just a delay. Still here you are, you decided to stay. It's not a movie, ain't no special guest, just a wait screen, not the very best. Yet you're glued, anticipation's high for the stream to start. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yes, it's late, we'll be starting soon. In this digital world we
In the grim, dark future, there's no time for fun. But when the day's battles are said and done, John, Danny, and Dickie are here for a laugh. In a galaxy torn, they're the ones with the craft. It's grim after dark, where the bolters spark, where dreadnoughts nap and orcs embark. Tune in, grab a pint, and don't be late for tales of heresy and a healthy debate.
Arr.
Jeez.
Arr.
There's a lot going on there.
You're the real joy toy now, random Mark III armor man. Hey, welcome to Grim After Dark. If you ever want to know what we're getting up to while the white screen's going on, we're
mostly playing with toys.
We're just playing with toys.
That's pretty much it.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Joy toy made me very sad this week because you see Angron.
We have a slide on it. You ruined everything. Yeah.
See, this week is a special Grim After Dark because I got corporately busy all week.
Yeah.
So Dickie made the slideshow this week. So this is a fantastic experience for him to find out quite how frustrating it is.
Yeah.
To prepare a wonderful deck that just gets spoiled early. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. Danny,
Fine.
How you doing?
What's up, Danny boy?
John, I'm straight up alive, dude. It's an amazing time to be alive, in fact. And
it's such a good time. It was 60 degrees in Washington State this weekend. I went hiking.
Oh.
But then also it's Washington, so within 30 minutes I was deep in Silent Hill as the mist took over everything. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh.
And then that made Danny so mad he left.
Yeah, he doesn't like. He's like he hates Silent Hill almost as much as he hates horses. John, I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I did. I've been playing 40K, Dickie.
Really?
That's yeah. I had my second league game this week.
Well done, there.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. As I found out, this was my second new player who's less than a handful of games.
See, this is the league problem. You've established league problem now. You've gotten into league problem.
Yeah. It's great for jumping in and kind of trying to make some friends in the scene and the community. But I feel slightly out of place.
I really like this new arc of John being just a beat down monster of new players.
Well, wasn't that much of a beatdown this time, actually. I did win.
Yeah.
What I do like about the league format a little bit is the round times are extravagant, I would say, because it's just do it within 2 weeks. So, Danny, how long do you think my game, Chaos Knights versus Death Guard, lasted? 2,000 points. Okay. 4 hours. No. So the guy I played, Alex, it was his 8th game with Death Guard. It's actually super good with some of the stuff he did. He had a pretty nice list. Mortarian's always a pain.
Good old
But
Morty.
a lot. What's that?
Good old Morty.
Good old Morty. But a lot of it came down to I would do things. And I'm go like, okay, your turn. Like my turns, obviously, I'm running like less than 30 models, and after turn 1, about 11 models. A lot of it came down to when it was his turn. Like, oh, you're really making me make some difficult choices right now, and I'm like, yeah, buddy, that's what we're doing. But I sort of like the format of this sort of league thing where you do have that time and space to have a think about what your best possible move is going to be, rather than sort of in an RTT format when you would have clocked out at round 2 and I would have had an hour and 15 minutes left on my clock.
Right.
So it's kind of as a learning experience. I feel it's good. I mean, Dan, what do you think about like League versus RTT?
I think they're both valid forms of 40k skill and expression, John.
Oh,
It's fair.
interesting.
What is an invalid form of 40k expression?
Probably getting mad about like women's Space Marines. I think that's probably an invalid form of 40k skill expression.
You know, the same people who get mad about how lore breaking female Space Marines are the same people who proudly show off Chaos Custodians.
What about people that use like
Right,
technology in order to get tips while they're playing at a game?
Holy shit, Danny, that is okay.
Do you think that's an improper use?
New
That's
bit.
the future, Dickie.
New bit.
Oh,
That's the
We're
future
gonna-
of coaching.
oh,
New bit. We're gonna
live
go.
coaching. Live coaching.
We're gonna
Yeah.
go to events, and Danny, we're gonna buy ourselves some Clover or some to like payment devices like that.
Yeah.
You be like, hey, you know, my name's Danny. You know, I'm on Grim After Dark. I'm on Old World Charm.
Who? What?
Fairly well known. Danny,
Yep.
do you know? I think right now we are the longest running sequential podcast in Warhammer.
Wow.
Probably.
Really?
Because someone said, because one of the
Signals
guys.
is gone. Yeah.
One of the guys, Tyler down here, was just like, maybe when you come to an event, you can say that. I'm like too busy in a starter league, buddy. He's just like, yeah, just the longest running podcaster versus someone who has 4 games. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably actually right now. But yeah, and then after you introduce yourself, you turn over your device, and you're like, yeah, and if you want to just gonna ask you a question on the screen before we get started, like how much you want to tip pre-game. But my favorite moment,
I like that.
yeah.
Wow.
My favorite moment of the game, and play of the game, was I committed like 2 carnivores to the because it was stupid diagonals, and I moved quickly, so I committed 2 carnivores to the bottom right hand corner,
Mhm.
and he was like, I need deep struck down, 6 death shroud right there, so I just ran away.
What if he would have made the charge, John?
Well, there was Nurglings in the way, so he would have absolutely hit.
Okay,
He
so
would
you
have
were safe.
absolutely hit the Nurglings. And sure, maybe I lose. And that was another thing. He was like, I can't believe you're talking about like your big units like this. Like, well, I'm going to have to because I was talking about what I was doing while I was doing it. So I was like, I'm going to have to sacrifice him, and he'll probably lose here. And he was like, that's an entire night. Like, well, yeah, but you know, it's sort of things like that. So yeah, I screened a little with Nurglings, so I couldn't be wrapped in any way, and I just run away. And
Nice.
then at the end of the game, he was like, you really baited me into that corner. I'm like, yeah, I did. So it was super, super fun.
It was
Then-
important for me to make you feel bad as a player and get baited into the corner
I
for
did
me to win the game.
I did tell him, though. I mean, it's a good lesson, and especially in sort of like a 5-6 like league. I was like, you got to look like even when you're looking at like threat range, because you were asking me like how fast can this move, and you were deploying far enough back. It's like you got to think how far can this move? How fast can I move? You're a death shroud. you probably don't want to hang out in a corner ever, because it's going to take like a long time to
That's,
get out.
like at least 7 turns to get somewhere else
Oh
important.
yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And then it was fluff my go turn, so then I had to shoot Mortarion, which was sad times.
Ooh. Yeah.
The worst. Danny, you took Aldari out though.
I did. I played in a 1,500 point casual event.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Took him out for a spin, did you?
What's that?
You took him out for a spin.
I did. I won all my games.
Nice.
It was fun. I played a unit of 10 Swooping Hawks with Baharoth, and that was a pretty fun unit to play with. I think I might have to try and fit them into my list because they were a really
the
good
bomb
time.
thing they do is really good, actually.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I did a lot of mortal wounds with them.
What is this thing? Because I dislike the word mortal wound or devastating wound.
Yeah.
So they like end of move within 8 inches of someone, like normal move or whatever else. They can throw grenades, and you roll 1 dice for each model in the unit. On every 4+, they take a mortal to a max of 6. So I have 11 dudes in the squad, and they fly around and drop bombs on people, and then also shoot them with like 50 shots.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it's real annoying.
Yeah.
How
And they
is
have uppy downy, John?
okay.
They have uppy downy.
I hate everything that I cannot do that also negates my ability to run away from things.
Yeah, welcome to Eldar, brother.
Yeah, dude. Must be all over the table all the time.
Yeah.
Codex doing things that you're not allowed to.
Yeah,
It's Codex cheating.
pretty much.
Tactical skill.
Cheating, though. That's an important caveat. It's not like you're getting advice from your teammates on your watch kind of cheating. It's like just regular, by the rules cheating.
That's right.
I've been so we got, of course, the Emperor's Children Codex basically leaked fully online.
Yeah, we did talk where I'm told the sorry, let me
What?
we talked about Emperor's Children last week.
Well done. So I was actually doing some list prep. So I was building some lists, and I have a couple games set up. We don't know exactly the points, but I think we can rough it in from the points at the back of the book. So I kind of did that. So yeah, I'm excited to take them out for a spin. I am a bit worried about their lack of hard target removal. But yeah, let's. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Danny, we went over it a little bit last week while you were, doing your very extremely important life altering a couple of days.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So
your take on Emperor's Children.
That book makes me want to run 6 Demon Princes and Fulgrim and 5 units of the battle line troops and just make that a list because I feel like it rules.
Those Demon Princes are so much better than all the other Demon Princes.
Yeah. They're like, so much better, dude.
It's like, oh, this one has lone op. Oh, and this one has -1 damage all the time, just because it's like, wow, okay, guys.
For funsies.
Yeah, for funsies.
The fast one is -1 damage. What? Why? Well, just because. Don't worry about it.
They're all actually pretty quick. Like they're all advance and charge, and the ones that walk move 10.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah,
It's move 10 with advance and charge, and it's toughness 10 with 10 wounds, and like a 2-up, 4-up.
A lone up if it's near. If it's
right,
near,
lone up if it's near any infantry, which can also be a lone up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for that kind of jank list. Can I just say, Danny, you made me very happy this week when I was messaging you because I was looking at Blood Angels again. And every time I do, I talked about this on the Discord, it makes me sad. Because I'm in my Chaos Knight era right now. I'm feeling like I'm vibing with them pretty well and kind of getting good results, and I understand what they're supposed to do. I also know with a Codex coming out, that's going to be completely destroyed in about probably a month and a half or so. So I'm like, what's my backup? But every Blood Angel list I make makes me sad. And then I told you I made a cool lieutenant, and I'm like, yeah, this guy's pretty cool. You're like, yeah, his rules are pretty good too. I looked at them, I'm like, well, they're okay. And then I looked at them further. I was like, oh, what if I did this and added this unit, and then we did this? Then I combined this stratagem with Oath of Moment. And Daddy, do you remember what you called that?
Oh, it's A John bow. It's like a combo, but it's something that John does. It requires at least
Jumbo.
6 steps to make something that's like even fractionally better.
Mildly
Like,
okay.
It
Yeah.
requires 25% of your army. At least
you
one
get like
CP.
sustained hits 1.
At
one unit.
least one CP in order to duplicate what a single Vindicator could probably do. So, I get a bug up my butt. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a really cool thing to do. And Danny's like, well, yeah, it does sound really cool. It's completely ridiculous, but sure. I'm like, it's situationally awesome. And that one time when I run into an all cultist army, they're going to really regret life.
And John rolls like 86s. It's going to be incredible, guys. Like you've never seen a unit just instantly double its firepower because of some giant wrinkle brain move that John has made in army construction.
And it was all the wrinkle brain move. It is in no way I did it once and the dice were really swingy for it. It was entirely my tactical genius. And I think that's the issue I've run into as well, because I've done something and I'm like, man, this combo is super cool. How come no one else has done it? And Danny's just like, well, good for one game. You had one really good turn with it. Then everything died. You're like, yeah. No secret tech here. Dickie, let's pull up his slide. We've been gabbing for a while.
Yeah, I've been gabbing for a while. I got this off the questions section of our Discord, and I figured it's a great way to start the show. So, Danny, why don't you let people in on the joke? I guess the audio listener.
So this is a picture of a Death Guard Nurgle Marine clutching his very swollen stomach with an Emperor's Children Marine embracing him from behind in a loving, almost sensual way.
It did remind me of the pregnant Sonic picture.
Oh, yeah, please don't. It says, the caption of this is, well, first of all, through chaos, all things are possible, so jot that down. How long until Bile gives us M-Preg Chaos Marines as a new way to get fresh Legionnaires? Will this help foster interlegion friendships? Is Nurgleusy disgusting or attractive to an Emperor's Children Marine?
I read that as Nurgleusy.
Nurgleusy?
Nurgleusy. Well, there's a lot going on in this slide.
Yeah.
First of all, whatever is growing in there is going to have an STD. I can tell you that right now.
Like originally, it has one right.
Sorry, did you say A is in singular? It's going to have to take like 15 antibiotics a day in order to survive. How long until Bile gives us male pregnant Chaos Marines as a new way to get fresh Legionaries? Yeah. Danny, is this how Games Workshop gets around defending people with female Space Marines?
Oh.
Yeah, maybe it's like a junior type situation, and it could end up being comical.
Junior. Oh man,
fantastic! I
love think that movie would get made today, Junior.
That's difficult. I think so, because there's no serious discussion time and kind of. You've asked me a question to examine a piece of media. It doesn't necessarily work towards trans or kind of any kind of gender bent thing. It's just a man that gets pregnant. Yeah, it's not trying to make any kind of commentary about it. It's just they went into his colon, they implanted an egg, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger has tender nipples. I think it would be good if it should be Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I was going to say
son with the maid. He should star as the new pregnant person, and that way Arnold can cameo as the grandpa of the son that he birthed, who is birthing also a son.
Yeah, that's getting weird.
Yeah, everyone wants to be a poop baby, John, until
it was cut out of him.
It was C-section, wasn't it?
It was C-section. You can't poop out a baby, Daddy. That's just
how
not
do you C-section someone's gut?
Listen, like,
Well, first off, yeah, small things are possible. So jot that down.
Well, obviously, with the Nergomarine, they'd be able to reach through the mouth stomach that they all have in some
that makes sense.
capacity or another.
Oh yeah, just vomits it out.
Yeah.
Will this help foster interlegion friendship?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't. If I'm a berserker and I walk up and that's what I see, and he was like, "Don't worry, it'll be you next."
Oh.
No, the butcher's nail is going to leave my brain. Danny, how do you
Maybe,
think?
John, or maybe it'll promote feelings of fatherhood and compassion towards a new child. You don't know, because we've never put berserkers in this like realm before. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know how the nails will react, because none of them have been fathers except for Angron, and he's absentee at best.
He's not a good father.
We've never seen the legions in nurturing roles.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And then Danny, please, I just read this. Please read that out loud. This next slide here.
It says the real reason for the lack of tanks and demon engines in the new codex, this is the Emperor's Children Codex, by the way, is that GW didn't want units called Emperor's Children Defilers and Emperor's Children Predators.
Yeah, that's about it.
I never considered. Where did you get this, Dickie? This is gold.
Man, we have a great Discord that everyone should join, because this stuff
that's
is
good.
hanging out in there.
What other units from other factions would Emperor's Children ruin?
Vigilators? No.
Just
any V.
Emperor's Children and Scepters?
Oh.
Emperor's Children Incinerators? Emperor's Children Devastators?
Yeah.
Oh. They're all bad. Every single one.
Yeah, Emperor's Children Boys.
Vindicators.
Ugh. Gross.
Anyway.
Get that off the screen.
Okay, so the next section.
A section?
Yeah. Oh man, see, I knew I did this wrong. Anyway, so Warhammer announced Relics, brilliant new product from the official license Warhammer products. I'll try to move it around 1 second.
You're good. You're good.
So is that a model or a toy?
It's a toy, just Joy Toy. So the top one is a gray Primaris Joy Toy model, and then they have the new Joy Toy Captain in Jump Pack there.
That's cool.
And then on the bottom was really interesting. And I'll try to open this up in a second and get all the pictures. But there is.
We're gonna wait for Dickie to open his bottom, Danny.
Video game art. Thank you, John. And the character encyclopedia.
I am intrigued by that.
I'm very intrigued by this book. What they kind of.
I'm interested in the Emperor's Children Encyclopedia.
No. Here, let me. I'm gonna go to the Warhammer.
It's a Facebook, if you will.
1 second. I'm just gonna.
No, you're good. Hey, let's fill for time, Danny.
Do you think they're gonna have Emperor's Children Joy Toys?
Oh God.
The Fulgrim's gonna have a removable jewel from his cloaca.
That cloacal plug will be able to be removed.
Burns, you're right. What an exciting time we live in. What a time to be alive. I did order the Art of 40K book last week. That's on its way. Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
Okay, so it's a new one.
I like the coffee table book things they make with the art.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
that was, and then, but I was about to purchase it, and GW $65, not free shipping for GW. But who's got two thumbs and lives a 20 to 35-minute drive, depending on traffic, from a GW store? This guy.
Nice.
All right.
It ships free to store, so I didn't have to buy a box of Blue Horrors, even though I'm probably going to buy a box of Blue Horrors soon.
I can drive 43 hours.
Done.
Oh,
look at that.
Dickie, what did you do?
Oh, I love it.
What do you mean? What do they do?
You don't even have dark mode?
Is that a thing?
Are you a thing?
Okay, let's
I
see.
am.
Just move on.
First of all, let's talk about the plushies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the plushies were interesting. I really wanted to
Enhance.
talk about those. Oh,
Enhance.
no.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Enhance.
Is that a Blood Bowl ball? That's
It is.
freaking cool.
It is a Blood Bowl ball.
Got a little
and
Skaven.
a Fire
Skaven,
Slayer.
a Fire
Oh, I
Slayer.
want the Scarab so bad.
Oh, I didn't notice the Scarab before.
Yeah, dude. I want that Scarab.
Dude, that's rad. The plushies are pretty cool. It kind of continues the range we're going for, where they had like the Nurgling and the Squig. I think both of those were recalled for safety issues. So buy them while you can, folks.
So this is the one that like I keyed on immediately. It's like this sports jersey.
Yeah.
And it's for specific legions. So right now I see it was only Ultramarines, Blood Angels, kind of the main legions. But do you think teams are just gonna buy this and wear it as their team jersey?
I want to wear it to a sports bar.
Here's a question: is it a wicking material? That is the number one question that faces all teams.
I love to be whipped.
No idea.
Yeah, they're pretty cool
though. Anything.
Right. I think the other one that was intriguing.
But it wouldn't wear it to my work on a sports day, but you know that's where it is.
So
whoa, no way! Come on, get out of here. That's lovely.
It looks like they rebranded the old role-playing game to be now Warhammer Old World. So that was super interesting. I know. I think I remember playing that when I was a young chap.
Yeah,
they're redoing it, or it's an all new system, or is it just
I don't know,
little re-release? Because it's Cubicle 7, right? The does the RPGs for GW.
Yeah.
And they did a 40K one. I know there's an Age of Sigmar one as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine it's going to be a similar system, but just an old world setting. Danny,
that's fine.
In a Warhammer old world RPG, what's your character?
The rat catcher, John, because he comes with a small but vicious dog. That's part of his trappings.
Oh.
Yeah, and also very handy against Skaven.
Yeah, very handy.
It's true.
It's true.
He barks a lot.
Dickie, what about you?
I don't know, like a troll slayer or something. That'd be cool.
Would you like be the kind of person
naked.
who would dress up as a
I do
troll
really
slayer?
want to be naked. What's that? Nudie pants.
What was that, Danny?
I said Dickie just wants to be naked all the time.
He does,
and I wish it. That's why. Look, guys, real talk. That's why Dickie is not permitted to be on the show.
I'm never wearing pants. I'm never.
Yeah. Right now?
Yeah. Oh no, not right now. There's another one. So this one is actually pretty interesting. So it's something called Wicked Bricks.
It's like a display case.
Yeah, they have multiple different types of, and apparently they're modular, so you can buy like a certain set and you can kind of interchange them and kind of build and grow. But it seems like it's just like the display set for your models. I thought it was super interesting.
So what I want to know is whether those will fit in an IKEA display case.
See, I was waiting for you to say that. I don't think this specific one will, but I did see ones that were just single level that you could probably kind of.
Because look at the height of that, I could fit that. I think on the top shelf of my case over there.
I think it's pretty cool. I would imagine these are many dollars, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Danny, would you display your guys on a retail rack in your house?
Absolutely, John. Because ultimately, because I'm an American, everything in my house is for sale.
Oh.
Price is right.
But not these guns.
No, I'll give you those for free.
There was a statue, and I believe that's
sick. It's by Weta.
The Weta stuff is so sick.
The Weta sick.
That's cool.
And he's got like a little squig underneath him and stuff, and his staff is really nice.
What's that guy's name? He's the loon boss.
Arsenic or something, right?
It's not Skarsnik.
Snickrot? No,
that's an orc.
Right.
He could be an orc.
Now that's cool.
Weta also.
What do you guys think of that?
I was gonna say, what did you see? Weta also had a range of helmets too.
I
No,
did see that.
really?
Just came
The
out
scale helmets. So they're smaller than usual, but they're cheaper. So I think like 120, 130. Main legions, and I think they also had a berserker one, right?
Yeah, there was a Berserker one I was super stoked about, but I was like, I'm good. I already have a helmet downstairs. I have the kind of the
Scragrot. That's the dude's name.
Scrag.
Rod makes sense. I have a replica of Karn's 30K helmet, and I haven't done anything with it, so I can't imagine getting another one's going to be a smart idea.
If you want to buy Scragrot, he is yours for the low price of 1,400 New Zealand dollars.
Oh, so like $10. That's pretty
Like
good.
$10 US. Oh, buddy, those tariffs hit. It's going to be up to 15. But we have this big boy who was like, I need to buy that immediately. And then when I went to look it up, I was like, I'm not buying that right now.
So how much is it? I didn't even know how the price.
So this is Angron, Joy Toy of Demon Primarch of Khorne Angron.
Yeah.
He is to scale with the rest of the Joy Toy range. I'm sitting on top of a microphone right now. There is a regular Space Marine.
Yeah.
And then for an example, this is Dorn, who is a Primarch. The wingspan on Angron right there is 2 feet.
That's a lot of feet.
So he's about, I think, 13 or 14 inches tall, and about 2 feet wide. He is $400.
Holy Moses.
Dang.
But just as a frame of reference, little dude here was about 50. Dorn was about 120. So
Why are they so expensive?
in scale, not bad.
Okay.
Danny Dickie.
I have an Asriel, and it was reasonably priced, I thought.
It's a reason, and they're good quality. But what are your guys' thoughts on the pose being far better than the 40K?
Yeah, because there's no rock.
He does have a large plastic dick.
He does have
Or
it does
butt
look like he
plug.
has a large. It's like a stabilization dick.
I bet it's
There,
not
yeah.
plastic. I bet it's meat.
Oh, makes sense.
The first thing someone who buys is just green stuff, that support rod, just flesh.
3D print that bad boy out.
Emperor's
Yeah,
Children.
Scragrot is $700 in US.
Oh,
Holy jeez.
yeah, your exchange rate in order, New Zealand. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't do
Dang,
that.
Abaddon is almost $1,900.
What?
Yeah, but he
What?
is
he humongous?
Gorgeous. Guys, it is tax return season. Maybe we started GoFundMe to get Danny a
sick.
$2,000 Angron. Oh, not
Can
Angron.
you get a striking scorpion helmet?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
it
man.
looks fantastic. But yeah, Joy Toy coming out looks great. I like the idea of all of this disparate license stuff being gathered together
Yeah.
under sort of one more easily shoppable banner,
Right. Yeah.
rather than having to go all over the place, because Joy Toy's website is a nightmare. The Warhammer merch one wasn't great either. Weta being its own thing. Weta had a good enough website, but I do like the ability to kind of go to one place. Kind of like I really enjoyed when Forge World went away, and it just kind of got rolled in.
Okay. Makes
Same.
sense.
It made it easier to shop. And yeah, prices went up because but at the same time, I didn't have to call my credit card company every time before I purchased something to explain that, yes, I am aware that I am spending too much money in Britain. This isn't a approved charge. As I sit really wanting to buy a new knight to convert up, but I can't because I don't know what's going to happen with the Forge World knights when the new knight codexes come out. So I'm holding off on that resin purchase for a little bit. What else we got, Dickie? Was that everything from the licensed services?
Well, there was some pictures and stuff, but I figured I would add the most exciting stuff in there. But the next one is actually some sad news.
Aw.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Stephen Box applied and did not make Team England's WTC team.
I think this is a post that was deleted.
It was, yes.
It was taken down. I was able to screenshot, which I'm very happy about because look at how sad he looks.
It's so sad.
It's very sad.
Very sad. It's a very big deal.
If my arms could reach around his muscular frame,
He's not a big guy. He's a little guy.
those arms ain't. Look at that hunk of a man.
He is in excellent shape. Like physically, he is very, very.
You
Yes.
know
built.
what? If he was in physical great shape, he still didn't make the WTC team. So clearly, the health is not what they're looking for.
So,
I mean, I've seen who the freaking captain is. I'm not surprised. Of Team Canada. I mean, it feels like physical appearance doesn't matter at all for that team.
so Dickie,
Canada's different than England.
you're our WTC. We just figured you were like a vassal team of the UK.
Yeah,
still.
no, that
Yeah,
because
don't you
King
guys
Charles. Dickie, you're our WTC teams expert.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you think? Because the reasons he said he was given was because he wasn't social
Not-
enough.
Yeah, so from reading it quickly, basically he didn't play enough TTS, tabletop simulator, for those uninformed.
Mhm.
A lot of teams that have larger countries like Canada and the US and other big countries, I guess, they use TTS to train and practice on, because you can get a game at generally any time and you don't have to bring models out and things like that. So it's just the ease of use. And
Right.
it seems like Mr. Bucks wanted to do more like live events and things like that, which is admirable. It's good.
Now, Dickie, I want to point out here real quick. When I was emigrating to the US, now bear in mind this was 20 years ago, so things can be a little bit different. But I
Very
used to travel down by bus from Aberdeen, which is in the northeast of Scotland, which is a different country than England, admittedly, down to
Exactly.
London, which is in the south of England. And that public bus journey took 12 hours. So
quite a
one
lot.
would imagine by car, probably a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Do you think it's still a thing where like TTS participation like is sort of almost a mandatory thing for places which are tiny ass countries?
I think anytime you can get your players together and play at the same time or relatively close and get games in, it's a valuable tool that I know we use. I know Team USA uses. I know most countries,
Mhm.
like we're playing Poland right now in a scrim, Team Canada versus Poland, but like I don't know how we would do this without TTS, to be honest. So before TTS, I would imagine you just go to events and you just get picked from being a good player at an event. Now there's so much more like data and gamesmanship that you have to be aware of on TTS. So it's definitely changed the way we
Mhm.
do this stuff. But I don't know. I mean, like I do like Steven. He's a great guy. I do feel bad for him. This is not like this is happening all over the world right now. So any team has to cut players. This is part of the
Right.
deal. It is interesting that he's a pretty high profile player. And I know he's playing on the UN team, so like the mixed team
Mhm.
at WTC. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know.
What province do you live in, Dickie?
Ontario.
So Ontario
Yeah.
is 1,076, 1,076,395 square kilometers.
It's a pretty big place, yeah.
You want to take a guess at how many square kilometers England is?
I don't. You tell me.
About 132.
Oh,
So a tenth of the size of a fifth of Canada.
yeah. It's pretty small.
Pretty small.
But I think TTS is a tool that teams will use no
Yeah.
matter what right now. Yeah.
Danny, do you see this as a kind of team's elitism? Or do you agree that it's something
Of course, you give Danny that question. Yeah, go ahead.
well, because you have a vested interest in teams, and
Yeah.
obviously when you live in Canada, which is an enormous country,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then you are limited to how you can practice as a team,
Yeah.
where other
Right.
places might not have those same kind of limitations.
Yep.
And then free radio Armageddon. We're not talking politics. We're kind of talking politics. So
Now,
tell you what,
Dickie,
Oh yeah.
question: do you
Yep.
have anybody on the west coast of Canada on
Yeah,
Team
so
Canada this year?
Yeah, so we have 3 players that are in BC. So that's
Oh, great.
kind of near Seattle area.
Oh yeah, because you got Kaz, right?
yeah,
And
we got Cass.
okay, cool.
Yeah. No,
All right,
so
fair enough.
and then we have a player in Halifax and I think New Brunswick as well this year. So
Oh,
they're
cool.
kind of all
Okay.
over the map. We have like
Nice.
3 different time zones, right? So it gets kind of it gets kind of hairy organizing things and events
Mhm.
and meetings and stuff like that. So yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
that.
Beautiful.
John, to answer your question
Yeah.
that you asked previously, yes, I think this is elitism, but I think that that's an important part of selecting a team
Yeah.
that represents your nation.
Mhm.
And so, like, I think that it's tough to have somebody on the team who isn't willing to practice with their teammates on a
Mhm.
regular basis. Like, despite, like, oh yeah, you can go to all the events in the world, but the reality is your team has to understand holistically what the player is capable of, what their army is capable of, and like have a good internalized knowledge of that so they can apply that to the match and match appropriately or better. And I think that that's an advantage that can't be understated and is best served through TTS.
Do you think the fact that he's a frequent contributor to White Dwarf plays into some of his reluctance to play TTS?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to try and ascribe any kind of like personal aspirations that Mr. Box may or may not have. It's clear to me though that what England doesn't value, and you can take a look at the roster and tell me what you think, but it's personal fitness.
It's good looks. Yeah. Yeah.
The real reason has nothing to do with TTS or Discord conversations. It's the team photo is going to make a lot of people look really bad.
Exactly. Yeah.
Steven Box is just going to make the UK team just look frumpy,
No,
and they don't
no.
want that, you know.
Josh Roberts is on Team England, I believe, and he is his role. He works with GW, and he's the balance guy, right? And he's part of Team England.
So Dickie, what you're saying right now is through WTC, you can confirm that GW approves of TTS.
No, they don't. They do not do that. I'm pretty sure they would say no.
No.
But I know that their leadership has Josh. I believe he's still on there. Maybe he backed out because of his role. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to.
Nothing says fairness like having the guy responsible for the balance of the game on your team.
You know what though? He's doing like I've said this a few times. He's doing a bang up job. Anytime he's at an event and he gets his head beat in by like the new hotness, that thing is done and dusted within a week. Like
Rest of the broken shit left right alone.
So like you don't want to draw him ever.
You don't want to draw him. Yeah,
I like my army.
Nassim played him. I think I must have told this story a million times. So Nassim played him, and he had all those like drop guys. They were in the kill team box. And just lamp-basted Josh. Like I think Josh like tapped at like the start of 2, and then all you can see him in the corner just on his phone, just typing away like frantically. I'm just like, oh, those things are getting nuked next round, and sure as next I think the GW event that happened in the States, those things were just donkey punched into oblivion. So
really, what you want to do is whatever Josh is playing, lose heavily to him. And very quickly.
Oh, see, you don't want to do that. You always want to win.
They go, no, these
no
Blood Angel specific units are too powerful. Make them worse.
I guess. Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
yeah. So I don't know. I feel bad for him. I put it up here more as it's happening. Everyone's in this situation.
I feel bad. I get it.
Yeah. I don't know if you make a post like this though, to be totally honest. But
no, it's a little cringy. But WTC
he's like famous for this kind of post, right? Like he did the thing about like a message to my cheating opponent. Yeah. I mean, he did that. That was him. So like, I think this kind of stuff is like kind of up his alley. Unfortunately, whether for good or bad. I've met him. He's a very nice person.
Very nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
Quite short, but very nice. Well, again, we're very tall.
John, they're all short to us, my friend.
That's true. It's true.
I have a new section. So since this is a Dickie,
new section.
Yeah. So this is a new section. So since Dickie did the PowerPoint test, he basically makes up whatever he wants to do. So I've got a series of pictures here, and I'm just gonna ask one simple question to all of them.
Oh, dude, I fucking love this. Like, I should have asked you this. Okay.
Why?
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 Danny, for the benefit of the audio listener, what are we looking at? Oh,
It appears to be. I don't know what these. All right. So to be fair, I'm pretty sure. I feel like are these not the characters from that video game? The one about ultra capitalism.
The one that was really popular and everyone stopped playing.
Yeah, that one
too. Yeah, maybe. I want to.
Anyway, there's two models, right? And one of them is bent over in a rather precarious position. Ass up.
He's spotting, man. He's spotting for the guy.
So face down, ass up. And the other guy is cradling with gentleness.
He has no pants on too, if you notice.
Look, these guys are in thongs. And it's just cradled, nestled in the firm but soft grasp of his comrade's ass as a sniper rifle, and a guy taking aim using his friend who's spotting for him.
Yeah.
As a gun rest.
So my question to you: why?
Oh yeah, Sherman's on. So they're not Helldivers; it's Helldivers 2.
That's right, Helldivers 2. Thank you, Sherman. Much appreciated. I feel real dumb. So I haven't actually played that game. I don't know.
I own it. I just haven't played it. So looking at this here, what I'm seeing, and I'm going to take the worst possible interpretation of it.
Yeah. Okay.
These are male versions of Sisters of Battle, and I'm just making that call.
Oh, maybe.
Looking at the shape of the power pack, the knee guards, and the shoulder pads.
Are you sure that these are men?
I said the worst possible interpretation that I could put, but no, I'm not. So yeah, Sisters
I don't
of Battle.
see any genitalia, like whether covered or uncovered.
Well,
so it's difficult for me to make that kind of decision. Dickie, is there any way you can find some additional images of this?
Yeah, can you enhance
some different angles?
Unfortunately, that is.
There's a shadowy part right under the guy's hand holding the gun.
But
why?
Can you zoom in to the area, Dickie? Right under the guy's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Just let's enhance.
Oh,
it's actually doing it. No dong.
No donger.
No donger.
No donger. Okay, yeah, it's just Sisters.
And look at the dimple on the ass cheek of that model too. Such detail.
The reason why is if you take a diagram of absolute online perverts.
Yeah.
And then you have another circle. It's like Warhammer players. Now, Venn diagram is just one circle.
Oh.
And yeah, someone designed that, but I would like to not look at it anymore.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, I'm spent.
I don't like not having control for that. Oh,
so guys,
yeah.
Why? Why? Okay, all right.
Why not, Dickie? That's the question you should really be asking yourself.
For the benefit of the audio
how
listener,
is not the best Emperor's Children themed chainsword you've ever seen.
This is a 40K Warhammer Furby themed chainsword.
For $120 too, by the way.
Oh, shit, it's only 120 bucks?
Yeah, it's only 120.
Yeah. That's pretty rad. I mean, that's a way to get your kids involved in 40K early. Give them a little Furby theme. Oh yeah, why is and then is it still on about
John,
that?
I think it's time for us to spend some more Patreon.
I was going to fly us to Ontario, but we can absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, next one.
Absolutely do that. Yeah. What's that?
Why?
Oh, that's sick.
What we got here? Let me.
It's a Centaur Chaos Knight.
Here, I can answer.
Yeah. So Chaos Knights occupy a weird space where they're very converted. Usually, Centaur Chaos Knights have become more and more popular. For a while, it was like the crab-legged ones where people would take like the legs off the AdMech things and kind of do it that way. I really want to see a mono wheel one where just the guy's on a single wheel because I just think it would be funny.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna say what Danny said in chat, but it looks pretty cool. And like the problem is with Chaos Knights is you have like 2 or 3 Chaos Knight specific kits. And outside of that, like, well, you can take this knight, but essentially you're just buying an Imperial knight. The amount of money I wasted to get a 3 executioner weapon sets is ridiculous because I don't want just a random one in there. So you got one heavily converted. And actually next week on Only Hands, I'm going to start making my next Tyrant. Because again, that kit is just a Valiant.
Now, John, there is some precedent for a Centaur Knight size model. In the background lore, Eldar, I'm pretty sure had like Centaur like style Wraith Knight kind of size models.
That's interesting.
But
So
yeah, why? Because it looks really cool, and that paint job
cool.
is top notch.
And there's a lot of conversion work done here too, right?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Like
and then also it's the original Chaos. The original Knights were actually just pieces of farm equipment that people weaponized. So seeing one holding a giant scythe fits thematically.
That does fit.
Yeah, it's gonna thresh.
Don't you think they would use though like a circular saw instead?
No, I want to see like these fields where the guy thrashes and he's like, "Excellent, I've threshed this corn," and then just immediately ruins it by stomping on it with 4 feet. So it's just the most wasteful procedure.
All right, next. Why?
Because what's his face has been out of stock. This is an Emperor's Children guy who's been airbrushed just to death, but very prettily. But because
this is well painted, yeah.
Lucius has been out of stock for 75 years, so they want to have a champion with a whip. So they can be like, well, it's just a Chaos Lord, or oh, it's just Lucius, depending on what they need to do.
Well, wait, what's wrong with this, Dickie? I don't understand.
The fact that the guy painted it so well is probably.
Oh yeah, well, because he's
that's fair.
Massive virgin who has no hobbies.
Whereas us, Sigma male, clear Sigma
really.
Look at the quality of this Sigma male right here. Look at this intercessor. Yeah.
Beautiful.
3 dry brushes, baby. It's beautiful though. I think that's even like
I really dig the new Emperor's Children stuff.
He had it for a month. You know what I don't like about him, Dickie? I have like one model criticism about the range in general.
Go, hit me.
I think their helmets are fucking terrible. Like that is.
I'm not a huge fan of like the giant cone heads things that's going on.
I'm not a fan of the color scheme they chose.
Really?
Oh, I would definitely not paint them the same colors. Yeah.
With was it because of the black with the panache of pink on the side?
You don't like the black? Or
I don't. I don't know. I just
go you're an all-in kind of guy.
You either because that pink Land Raider they have in the book, beautiful. Go all in.
That's too much pink.
I would paint them up like Flawless Host if I were going to do it.
Yeah,
that was like the skin kind of.
Also, I'm a massive
with purple flames.
I'm a massive fan of purple. So to see a bunch of black with just a little bit of pink on the side, not a fan.
This guy made the green glow so well. Anyway.
You need to mix the 2 colors together for me to like it, pink and black.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
Golden Girls.
Someone's used Golden Girl heads on Sisters of Battle. It still doesn't make that stupid. What's that model called? It's just the really bad pose holding the stick.
Oh, my God! Why am I not remembering the name?
The Dominese. Dominese.
Who knows?
Dude, I know exactly what it does, but I do not remember the freaking name. That's so irritating.
I wish there was more celebrity 3D printed heads available.
Yeah. I hard agree. This rules, actually. I love it.
This rules. Cool, yeah. Maybe that's what we spend our cash on, is we're like Nicolas Cage head. Leonardo DiCaprio head and the meme face with the
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Beautiful. But why? Because people have too much time on their hands when they have skills.
Those are nicely painted too, actually.
Yeah, and also shitload of layoffs going on all over the nation right now, so we should see more of them.
Christ.
Yeah,
Jesus,
that's painful.
People will lose their depression by sculpting bizarre heads onto Warhammer figures.
Oh man, I can't wait to be unemployed.
It's gonna be like that Ben Wyatt scale model. Oh, I found this.
Yeah. Hey John, why?
Yeah. So this is an article that's I'm assuming is written by an AI, but it's what Warhammer 40K can teach you about picking up girls on Valentine's Day. Danny, what can Warhammer 40K teach you about picking up girls on Valentine's Day?
You have a hard time spending money. Well, play Warhammer, and you'll know exactly what it's like to have a significant other during the dating period of the relationship.
Dickie, what can Warhammer 40K teach you about picking up girls on Valentine's Day?
Not a whole hell of a lot, I'll tell you that. Sometimes it's just a roll of the dice, maybe.
False.
Maybe.
Wrong.
No.
Oh, okay.
So what it teaches you is about unit trading and odds. So going in on say using my game on Sunday as an example, as I'm just going to drop shit everywhere. But so the center objective, it was really important for me to hold that to deny my opponent some points. So I put 3 units on there because I had to load that objective because 1 or 2 might be destroyed or turned down or pushed away out of there. But you throw enough shit on there, something's going to stick.
Mm-hmm.
And it did. And I won. But at what cost?
Nice.
Yeah.
Marriage and kids, I guess.
Everything.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So that's what Warhammer 40K can teach you about picking up girls. It's a numbers game. And you got to just you got to play the odds.
Okay. All right.
And you got to go in with the strategy. You can't just throw all your shit out and just expect it to work. You have to understand the mission. You have to understand what your objective is. You got to go in there with a plan.
You have to approach confidently.
You have to, and also you can lose it in deployment.
Yikes! That is very true. That's very true.
Yeah. Oh, and Justin Burns, if a lady understands how much you spend on plastic, they're bound to think you have a lot of disposable income. Nothing could be further from the truth, but it looks very impressive.
Yeah.
I'm in crippling debt.
And last but not least,
Beautiful. Dickie, how come you did this for 1 week and you can time a show better than I could for 3 years?
I don't know.
Oh, Dickie, this is a you thing.
This is a me thing. So disembark from a land raider with 6 flawless blades, obliterate 1 or more enemy units, refuse to elaborate. I guess that was me, right?
Yeah. I want to point out you're elaborating right now.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a stratagem that you can use that basically lets you kill something and then use a full 6-inch move and get back into a vehicle without getting punched back. And it's in, I believe, the rapid evisceration detachment.
Yeah, it's in the mech detachment.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I don't know how good the detachment is, but that is definitely very good.
I just want to say,
what if I told you, Dickie, that I could do that for free, spending no command points in Eldar, and I didn't have to be in combat. I just had to be close to my vehicle.
Codex cheating asshole.
Yeah, that would make 100% sense because you're playing Eldar.
Yeah, Dickie, just don't play Josh Roberts with it, and you'll be able to enjoy this.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
for a long time.
Lot of, there's a lot of good combos. There's like one-hit wonders though in the detachment. So the detachments and the rules in the detachments are very good. The data sheets are a bit lacking in damage, unfortunately. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
It in there at the end, yeah. Beautiful. Look at the Apex, Stephen Box. Just going right at it.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's our show. Danny, Dickie and I we're talking a little bit beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm sad you can never only hands. So, and also, I don't like creating a lot of content on a weekly basis. It's a twofer.
Well, I'm working on it, John, and like I am not doing stuff all the time on the weekends now, so I have more time.
Buddy, no.
To you.
Because we also figured out having a live stream we do 6 p.m., 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. on a Saturday night, when all three of us have made a commitment to play more games. Probably isn't a great time to have it.
It's not smart.
Not smart.
Fair.
So, voting. My thoughts are every other week, Grim After Dark, with games, Grim prepared fun comments, interesting visuals, slight animations, things that John used to do.
Yeah.
And then in the gap week, only hands.
Okay, sure.
A hobby chit chat.
A hobby chit chat, shit talk.
Yeah.
I get to see the beautiful things that Daniel J. McDevitt Jr. is working on.
We haven't seen your hobby stuff at all. Oh dear.
It's
Again,
been lacking. I haven't honestly. I've been here for 6 months and I have not painted a.
I'm looking
single
at the
thing.
back closet, and it looks like you live in a GW store with all
Oh,
that.
yeah,
So you got
that's-
tree going on.
Yeah, that is only the smallest part.
Oh no!
Can I tell you, Dickie hates hobbying so much he broke his camera so he wouldn't have to hobby.
No, I gotta buy a new
Wow.
one. Damn it! I hate building. I love painting. I hate building.
So
Why?
next Tuesday,
I don't know.
next Tuesday, Dickie, you have 7 days to procure a camera.
Okay.
I would recommend a Canadian brand. No particular reason.
What?
Canadian brand.
A Canadian
With a
web.
fucking beer cap and a cord. Great.
Next Tuesday, only hands. John is starting his tyrant journey because right now, on my hobby desk, all I see is power armor, and it makes me really sad. So I want to just cut up a bunch of shit and make a weird looking Chaos Knight. Dickie, I'm assuming you're continuing on your. Oh, in fact, no. The box comes out on Saturday, so Dickie may be working on some.
Saturday. I heard it was a 2-week. Was it? Is it this Saturday?
Is it
Yeah, it's a 2-week.
Yeah,
I-
Dickie's going to be doing
I
some
owe a
bonus
store a lot of money, and
world eaters.
I'm not really-
Nurgle Matt's offering to build some toys for you.
Oh, that's
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Nurgle
He
Matt.
better not charge you though, because I don't know how that's going to work. If you like have to buy the models and then send them to you and
I'll build
paint
some
them,
toys for-
send them back.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
make sure he pays out the ass for that, Nurgle.
Yeah, Sherman. Essentially, back to mob rule schedule. That's what Grim's going to do because, essentially, what I don't want to do, and this is going to sound really bizarre to anyone who's watched us, the longest running podcasters in Warhammer history, is for quality to drop and for us just to show up and do shit. So what this allows me to do is essentially have a production meeting every other Tuesday for the next Grim, while also getting caught up in some hobby. I actually really enjoy the Only Hands.
So are we gonna do you want to do the podcast on the Only Hands, or do you want to only do the podcast on the Grim After Dark show?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Wow, Dickie.
Sorry,
great question.
I hate to do good questions.
We'll probably podcast the Only Hands
Yeah.
stuff. But in saying that, I do have a wonderful soundboard right here, which gives me the option of just hitting a record button, and it just grabs all of our audio. So, Dickie, I'll take care of that. Whistling ad, yeah, we'll do some whistling ad.
More whistling.
Yeah. But it's coming from a place where John's a corporate sellout now. Nurgle Matt, I survived. They didn't take my hat. But I have less time overall now to thing. And Danny, you're a huge government sellout. And again, I want to respect everyone's time. And so we're going to make sure we're putting out the best quality that we're able to, which isn't much. But it's going to be something.
It's something.
It's something. So, Danny, I'm assuming you're going to do some shitty elves of either futuristic or
Yeah. I'm working on elves of one kind or another here.
of one kind or another. It's a fairly safe bet. Danny's going to be working on elves. Dickie, it's a fairly safe bet. He's going to be working on some Chaos Marine of some kind.
Yeah. I
should do Blood Angels because there's a lot of them there. But I'm actually I have a giant pile. It's pretty scary. But also, when I was tidying up as part of the move, I found these guys, which I bought forever ago. And these are 3D printed. So please don't tell the fine people who run the Tacoma Open. I'm just going to knock my Joy Toy down so I can't hear. You can quote me on that. But these guys right here are little ankle joints for Chaos Knights.
Okay.
So it means I can cut up the legs and make them all have the weird backwards angled thing.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the Tyrant will be a little leany boy. And then I also,
Nice.
for the plans that I have, I also have a Malignant Magnifier, or whatever the fuck that Death Guard terrain piece was called that I bought 2 of for some reason.
Oh yeah.
So Chimney.
I don't know why you bought 2.
Oh, I had a Jumbo I wanted to do.
Jumbo.
Oh, cool.
Shock. It wasn't good. So it's still a new
Yeah, obviously.
It was when I played with one of them that I painted up and looked great, and I put it down, and it was like, oh, so it's just a free movement tool for my opponent.
There's nothing worse than when a Jumbo costs you money and you don't get it on the table.
My entire pile of shame is Jumbo that cost me money that I haven't got on the table. But no, I'm going to cut that up and use that in the Tyrant, and I'm excited to try and figure out how to replace the torso with like the front ball part without making it look like a giant eye, because I just like the idea of almost having like the front hatch be like a diver helmet sort of thing. Yeah, we're gonna there's gonna be a Dremel. There's gonna be some muting on this microphone. We're gonna throw together a spooky night.
Oh, actually, I have to paint some old world stuff because Mr. McDevitt and myself will be going to Adepticon.
True.
Playing in the teams, maybe. And
yeah, if we get in, we'll be playing. I bet we show up and we get in.
I'm pretty sure we'll get in.
I can't believe you replaced me as a team's partner purely because I don't play the game system.
Well, I don't either.
He's just going to be there, man.
And I'm not going to the event.
Literally, I'm going to wander around. Danny's going to get frustrated because I'm never going to be at the table. I'm just going to be walking around, and it's going to be a great week.
Exactly. And then Dickie, stress hives yourself. Put a countdown on the Only Hands. We're gonna have a countdown to Adepticon for you and Daniel, and then we can have a countdown to Tacoma for myself.
Nice. Yes.
Nice.
Because things are always better when it has stakes.
Ticket.
Yeah, I bought my Tacoma ticket. No confirmation. That's terrifying. Thanks for
isn't that crazy? I was looking all over for it.
Yeah. You know what's a fun fact? Paul Winters, one of my favorite people. Slanesh Demon Expert. GW's going to make him sad when they kill that demons. He bought a ticket for Edmonton, which is the Canada Open.
Yeah. That's exciting, right?
You got an email confirmation for that?
Well, Canada.
He got an email confirmation?
Did you not get a confirmation for Edmonton?
No, I didn't buy one from Edmonton.
Yeah. So yeah, he got one for Edmonton.
Oh,
also, when you go back into the Tacoma page, it's all details about Dallas. So,
oh god,
U.S. customer service GW, I might be reaching out to you because CVent took a large amount on my credit card to get there. But it'll be fun. We have a countdown. Danny, heads up, you don't have to put down a deposit for the Airbnb you're going to be staying at down at Tacoma. It's going to be there's a guy in the area who has some space.
Oh, cool, good. I love the couch surf, so
hell yeah, buddy. I'm looking at it right now. it pulls out. It's a pull out.
Ooh, I know.
Yeah. I hit that button blind, but I'm glad that it worked. But yeah, we're going to be at Tacoma for sure. Danny and I will at the very least. And then I'm still trying to figure out a way to get to Ontario because
we're gonna have to see if we're in a war first. Maybe May. They can't get a war going by May. You should be fine.
Oh no.
Are you gonna is Canada gonna tariff my Warhammer army?
Are you going to sell it
when you
while you're
bring
in
it?
Canada?
Are you going to sell it?
Yeah. They may have some kind of an import tax.
Well, all that's
But,
going to happen, Danny, is Canadian armies will be 2,000 points. Ours will be 1,850 because they're going to have a 15% points tariff on American players.
I see.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just really what that does. That promotes local Canadian players instead of
That's right.
importing American players.
You got to buy Canadian.
So maybe we only get 2,000 points, and Dickie gets 2,250.
Yeah.
That seems more likely, John, to me.
Yeah, it really because it promotes the local Canadian
But
scene.
I'll take the
And it makes
2250, but I won't tell you that I have 2250. You'll just think I have 2000. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'll know, dude. I'll be able to count it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and God, and honestly, that makes about as much sense.
Yeah.
Points wise. So yeah, we'll see. But yes, we've rambled on. That was a 10-minute end segment.
Yeah.
But they won't happen anymore because your production meetings will happen live every other Tuesday with only hands. We're all very excited about that. And there'll be countdown timers, painting, probably blood because I'll be using knives and Dremels to cut away expensive kits.
Got to bust out this bad boy. Oh, hold on.
The old
I love this thing.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm going to have to find an outlet in this corner because right now we have light, computer, monitor, soundboard. Whoa, buddy, we're doing it. But for Grim After Dark, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. We're going to have a Prices Redacted. Put that down.
Wow.
I'm going to do it. Saying it out loud, and I generally do what I say. Sometimes, maybe.
Doing a day before I
Like probably, yeah, but we'll still be done. We will be back for Only Hands next Tuesday. Or Tuesday. So for Grim After Dark, I've been John.
I've been Danny.
I've been Dickie.
Nice. Freedom.
In the grim dark future there's no time for fun, but when the day's battles are said and done, John, Danny, and Dickie are here for a laugh. In a galaxy torn, they're the ones with the craft. It's Grim After Dark, where the bolters spark, where dread knights nap and orcs embark. Tune in, grab a pint, and don't be late for tales of heresy and a healthy